Hello, you guys. How are you all? Yes, early morning stream. Good morning, you guys. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. Hey, Amanda. Ooh, snow day. It's going to be 80 degrees here today, and you guys have a snow day. That's crazy. Hey, Crime Sleuthin. Hey, Detective Juan. Punksy. Hey, Delana. Hey, Stephanie. Kara. Hey, Mal. Hey, McGizzy. Peach, let's see, Guidance. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Ashley. Jana. I don't think she's Madeleine. Didn't dogs pick up human remains scent? That is what that's what I've heard. But I haven't seen that factually, and I actually found a bunch of a place that has like a bunch of the documents from the original investigation and stuff. And I do plan on digging into that next. Hey, judge and jury. But that is the rumor that, yes. Hey, kitty cat. Apparently dogs hit, and I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to even repeat it in case I'm wrong. Hey, Messy Jessie. Hey, MK. Holy cow, you guys. Yesterday, what a freaking stream. That so caught me off guard. But I know there's many things that I want to talk to you guys about that. Hey, missing people with confusing stories. Oh, you're so welcome. Hey, Nay. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Crazy Mama. Okay, so after the stream yesterday, I actually had a 30-minute phone call with Julia. And I'm not going to, I didn't record it. It's confidential, but I do want to say that she made me believe, talking to her, she seems like she's convinced that something is wrong. Now, today, we're going to look at the opposite side. We've got people that are calling her out, and Peach found an incredible Instagram account, and I found a couple that have a little bit of information, and we're going to look at all sides of this. We're going to be fair and look at it right. However, she made some good points on the phone, and I thought this would be okay to share. She was saying, how come, I'm pointing out that I believe I have information about a man on a missing person website who could be involved in one of the biggest missing person cases ever. And no police have gotten back to me at all. And we're going to get into that because I think there's a couple statements that I've found from police over there. I sent you a voice message about a little important piece of the case. Okay, Nay, where was it? On let me see. Text or thank you, Nay. We need to have a call about the case actually and about other things too. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. So nice here in Kentucky as well. Snowing in Utah, where I used to live and have family still. Wow, it's crazy. I don't know what's gotten it so hot here in the South. Yesterday, it was actually hot. We needed air conditioner and stuff. Today, I know it's going to be the same. It's supposed to be 80 degrees. So, okay, let me think if there was anything else. Oh, okay, and get this. Today, I went back to look because she told me that she would answer questions and stuff. However, she said that Fia, the doctor, was probably going to be upset with her because she went on a live stream and she doesn't want her talking to anyone. I get up today and her entire Facebook account is gone. So I literally couldn't reach out to her if I wanted to on there. And, that's fine. I don't need to. I'm just saying it's kind of crazy the way that things are unfolding. It almost feels like summer, but it will be rainy today. 71 and sunny in Sarasota, Florida. Of course you would. The medium is a red flag. I think the medium is upset that she came on here. Hey, Crime Story Diva. Hey, True Crime Loving Blonde. Uh-oh. Okay, so now let's start looking at some of this other stuff. First, I want to pull up. There's a lot of articles. This is hitting everywhere. I mean, even when my dad yesterday found out that she came on here, he's like, "Oh my God, I just seen that on Fox News." I was like, "I know. I can't believe it." So Maddie claims family of woman claiming to be Madeleine McCann refused to take the DNA test to rule out the possibility that she is Maddie. Julia Wendell, 21, from Poland, has gone viral after suggesting she may be Maddie. Julia is now being investigated and represented by Fia Johansson, a psychologist, medium, and private detective. And we know all of this stuff. If a current family member will take a DNA test, we could solve this, but they are refusing to, Fia says. Julia has been sharing her story on social media. Sources, this is why I pulled up this article. Sources earlier told The Sun that Julie's claims may be hurting the family. They said it causes unnecessary pain for Kate and Jerry. So many false claims have been made over the years, and they don't need any more. So after seeing that, I found this, which was basically over the years, there have been multiple claims like this. So there's 3 other girls who claim to be Madeleine McCann years before Julia. It says more than 15 years have passed since Madeleine went missing. Over the years, there's been a lot of information about her possible whereabouts. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to get rid of this on the screen. Or who might have been responsible for her disappearance. Several media outlets have reported that Julia Fosnia, the 21-year-old Polish girl who claims to be Madeleine, has said that she's been in contact with relatives of the missing girl. These unnamed relatives have reportedly agreed to a DNA test to see if she's telling the truth. And then they list visual evidence. The other Madeleines. So Harriet Brooks in 2017, she was a Manchester University student who claimed to have the same spot on her iris as Madeleine and the same mole on her right thigh as the little girl. Guys, I don't usually believe in conspiracy theories, but I honestly believe I'm Madeleine McCann. I'm Madeleine McCann, and I don't know what to do with myself. Although her case came to nothing, since at the time Madeleine would have only been 14 years old, Harriet eventually confessed that it was just a joke. Then there was one named Maddie. This happened when the TikTok era had already begun. When the user known as Maddie claimed to be the missing girl, Madeleine was supposed to be 18 years old at the time, 3 years younger than the TikTok user, who also eventually admitted that it was a joke. Then we have Embla, I can't even say her last name. She was the most relevant of the 3 who claimed to be Madeleine. She lived in Rome but claimed to be British and to be called Maria. The media began to report her case, as is happening now with Julia. The Sun was the first outlet to report on the case, showing similarities between one and the other, just as Julia has done. Quickly, the news jumped to the rest of the press, and they began to talk about whether this could be true. Her father later came out to deny the news, saying that his daughter had Asperger's syndrome and she had run away from the home months ago. In addition, her age did not fit. She was 8 years older than Madeleine would have been. So this is not a new thing. That's pretty alarming. Lisa says, seriously, they should do the test to help this girl. Shame on adults. She really needs help, and I believe seriously abused. Now, mental parents are just the same. Kind of interesting though that this is multiple. Now you guys are going to be shocked. We're just going to jump straight to the Instagram account that Peach found, because oh my God, there's so much on there. Well, let me see. So this is like the list of things I have. Oh my God, there's that tutu. By the way, if you're still in here, Crime Time with Mal, when y'all told me about that the other day, I've been in tutu world. But if you guys have heard of, oh my gosh, that's a whole nother TikTok rabbit hole thing about a little girl over in Azerbaijan. Let's see. I thought this was interesting, and this Instagram account we're going to look at also noted this. This is what she posted yesterday. She shares a photo. This is after our live of the place where Madeleine went missing from and put flashback memories with a heart and a little picture of Madeleine. Represented by a medium and PI, that's not how that works. She can be her spokesperson, but she cannot tell Julia not to talk if and when she wants. Wonder if she made Julia hand over her passwords. Well, like I said, we had a phone call and it was a great call. I mean, I feel for her because I do believe that she really is very confused and we even talked about the possibility of her being maybe another missing child or something like that. And you know, she said this. I've said that I would delete my Instagram account, if whenever I find out who I am. But maybe I should keep it and I could help other missing children. Well, this Instagram account Peach found is going to show us something else, or maybe the other we're going to look at too, because she has another Instagram account where she says that is where the DNA results are going to be revealed. So to me, that's a little bit of a red flag. I have to be honest. Hey, Michelle. I always thought the parents were involved. In my opinion, something happened when they left the kids in their hotel suite and went to dinner and they covered it up. We are going to dig into that. I can't wait, but I want to do it justice. I'm not going to cover the case and just go watch a documentary and come on here and not know what I'm talking about. So I found, like I said, I found a bunch of the files from the original investigation and stuff like that. And I'm thinking maybe we could break it up even into like different segments. Seriously, they should do the test to help this girl. Shame on adults. She really needs help. And I believe seriously. Oh, I already read that. What am I? Let's see. This has happened for years. Detective Peach on the case. Yes, Totu. I don't know what to think. I got to go look some more, but oh my God, she's the prettiest little baby ever. Rabbit hole. I'm in England and this is everywhere. The eye is insanely similar to Maddie's, but then she looks so similar to the mom who raised her. Her lips, jaw, and face shape. I think she definitely could be a missing girl, if not Madison. I think a certain psychic convinced her she is. All her other media, too. Oh, my. Okay. Let me get to the bottom of the comments. 48 hours episode. I do think that it's why post that and say flashback memories. I don't know. I don't love that. Now she did tell me. So this is proof that she was entering groups about Madeleine back last year. And she said that, yes, she was, because at that time she was trying to find out, she was starting to research it. Once we pull up this Instagram account, though, that will become a little bit alarming, I suppose. I wish that, I don't know. I'm trying to be respectful to her as well. So now I took this off of a TikTok, but this is in reference to the police over there because she's saying they're not taking her seriously. And this was from an article, but it says one of the most recent updates in the case was about the main suspect, the Christian B guy, who we've talked a little bit about him. The time that some of these crimes was supposed to have happened, I was in prison. Despite the statements by the young Polish woman, Scotland Yard, London Metropolitan Police, has assured that they have reasons not to believe this girl's claims, and therefore not to perform any analysis of DNA. The British police officers believe that Madeleine McCann died the same day she disappeared. Furthermore, she would now be 19 years old if she were still alive, 2 years younger than the Polish woman claiming to be the child that went missing in the Portuguese I can't even say that word. The London Metropolitan Police argue that this is yet another person falsely claiming to be Madeleine. To corroborate this thesis, experts from the London Police Force used age progression software to see if there's any resemblance. After the analysis was carried out, they explained that the young Polish girl does not look anything like Madeleine McCann. Does Candy Cane know about Toto? Oh my gosh, Candy Cane. Ah, what a beautiful baby. What really bothered me was that little like that man with the hot dogs and the little hot dog poster. I don't know. I just think something is wrong, and she definitely looks different from when, from a year ago or whatever. You watched the Netflix documentary? Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I need to. Hey, Maurice. I know that the McCanns were not happy with that documentary, though. The most simple test she can get done without her birth parents would be getting it done by the McCanns and herself, taking it to rule out Madeleine first. Michelle, hey, Spicy Sugar. All her parents need to do is show proof. All right, well, I'm going to show you guys some proof, okay? Because there's some stuff out there. This Instagram account is pretty shocking. Look here. This is a photo, and I'm going to show you. I just zoomed in here, but on Instagram, they were talking about this is a photo that she shared, and this is a photo of Madeleine, and they're claiming that she's removing beauty marks and such things like that. So that's why we have that. But okay, let's get over to Instagram. I'm going to go to the first one, which is like, Julia, stop lying. Truth on Julia, parent statements pinned, which we went through the parent statement yesterday. This post is informative. If you get verified on Pornhub, like Julia is, you need a real ID. To get a real ID in Poland, you need the birth certificate, which Julia claims she never saw and does not have. How does it make sense? So she is on OnlyFans, and she's on some adult websites and stuff like that. So apparently she had to have an ID to get on there, and yes, which she yesterday claimed that she knows there was a birth certificate. She just doesn't believe that it's accurate. I don't like that she called her Instagram I am Madeleine McCann without having any proof. It's very disrespectful to Maddie's parents. Hey, Ruckus Rocks. She has OnlyFans, etc. So here is a photo of her mom. Remember when she posted that older photo? It says she's obviously like 1.5 or 2 in the first pic. In the second pic, she's 2.5. Also funny how she said she had no photos of infancy with her mom. This is supposedly her. It does look like her a little bit, but it doesn't look like Maddie. Madeleine. I keep wanting to call her Maddie. Julia's mom and dad. She looks a lot like them, Picture of Julia at 2.5 years old. By the way, you need a valid passport to get into the UK, and Julia claims she goes there a lot. Her family lives there as well. As mentioned, she does have access to her birth certificate because that's the only way you can get a passport in Poland. She's showing that their teeth doesn't do like the bottom teeth, the gaps are different. Julia has no gaps. Madeleine has gaps. We skipped to the next post. Here's an age progressed photo of Madeleine. The traits and the age progression look nothing alike. Julia has been exposed for picking a random missing child that looks most like her to gain attention. Now, there is going to be some evidence of that, you guys, and that's, like I said, we're going to talk about all the claims, all sides of this, and that's just that. Sent in DMs by an anonymous user. Thank you for the screenshots. Is it Madeleine McCann? The creepiest is last year. She joined almost all foreign group discussions on Madeleine McCann, most of whom know it has been removed in recent days by administrators in connection with spam and bombing admins. She had a year of time, though, to study the case, drawing from these groups information unpublished and little known. All this action is well thought out, planned, and very calculated. This is her acting webpage from 2019, where she claims she's from Arizona. And no eye defect is what it says. No, she's not from Arizona. That is quite interesting. Well, I mean, I've noticed in video you don't see it a ton. You can see a little bit though, right there, I think. But not like Madeleine's. It's definitely not like hers. But I mean, it's slightly there. She's a beautiful girl. There's so many other ways to get attention and stuff. I would be so sad if that's what this came down to. Using your talent, working. I don't know. I listened to her sing today, and she has a great voice. She really does. I think she definitely has some mental issues, no judgments, but I believe she wants to be Madeleine or involved in some bizarre story like this. Yes, it is overwhelming. What if she really is her parents' biological child? Where would you go from here after all of this? Oh my God. I don't know. Let me see what Jana said. In her defense, though, if I thought I was someone, I'd also join. I know, I agree, Jana. And that's what she said. Because I asked her, why did she, about the Facebook group. She said, yes, I was trying to find out more about the case. I didn't know people were saying that about Katy Perry. The eye defect wouldn't change over the years. It's permanent and there's no cure. The McCanns did not agree to DNA. Scotland Yard have done a biometric scan of her face and said she isn't Madeleine. The mark in her eye is a freckle where Madeleine's was part of her iris was missing. I think she's aware she's lying, says Exposin. Whoa. I don't know, you guys. There's more, trust me, more damning evidence. Julia's response to the expose on her, and she said, say bye then, you are effing crazy. Oh my gosh. And this is, I guess, her adult account. Proofs of sale. I went and looked. She's deleted this Twitter now, or deleted all the posts on there. The Twitter's still there, but the posts are gone. How funny, you said a student from your own town testifies to see Madeleine in the town, and didn't you think this would come up somewhere? Instead, only you come up in your lies. If the student saw Madeleine in the town, you would have been found long ago. So she's basically claiming that wasn't true, that comment that she made. Which, if nothing comes up, you would think it would. Okay, so Martin Kays. This is one of the people who's been working on the case for years. He says to the person running this account, "Hi, Caroline. Thank you for getting in touch. Although I've worked on Madeleine's case for many years, I hadn't seen Julia's concerns about her own past. While Julia could possibly be a victim of trafficking, I can see straight away that she isn't Madeleine McCann. The discoloration in Julia's eyes is due to variations in the pigmentation of her iris, similar to a freckle, and the larger of them is orientated to the 6 o'clock position. Madeleine's eye condition is very different. She has a coloboma, which is a condition where a section of the iris is missing, in effect giving her a keyhole-shaped pupil. And it's orientated at the 7 o'clock position, which is something I noticed immediately. It's actually in the completely wrong place. Hey, Melissa. She didn't even take one of those online genealogy tests to see who her relatives are. It's easily done and will at least give some information. Halo effect, she said yesterday that someone sent her a DNA test. She hasn't received it yet. She said she's not accepting any money from anyone, but she did accept the DNA test. It bugs me that Julia's parents won't do it. They're making things worse, in my opinion. Alex, isn't she old enough to take care of all these things by herself? Yes, I agree. If they did DNA, it will solve it, period. Well, I mean, it's pretty interesting, all the claims that the McCanns agreed to DNA, because now it's seeming that that may not be the case. And I don't know. Investigating the prime suspect. So she's just showing a post from that Martin Case guy who had been working on the case. Here she shows that the thing in the eye would not fade. Okay, now this, it says, credit to Jean Furn something stories. Even the Polish know this girl. She's tried to be famous for so long. So this person posted, Julia, but you know very well who your biological parents are. Why are you doing this? You have a lot of childhood photos. Don't deny it, because I can see it. There are photos of your mother's pregnancy. You look like them. What is all this for, Julia? If you really had fears in your head, why didn't you start by comparing your DNA with your parents? They have already had to endure so many of your excesses, and for them, they are very ashamed. Why did you stop treatment? Do you understand that these types of emotions hurt you a lot? She says, where's the mark in her eye? Julia edited the photos of Madeleine's coloboma and lied about it fading. It can't fade. It's a medical condition. So there, she lightened it. If this is correct, this person is claiming that Julia, in this post here, which we can see her post, that she lightened her eye. Look at Madeleine's eye there. It does look light in there, I gotta be honest. Look at it. It, like, there. This is from Julia's post. To see, there's the lightened version, and then there's where how it actually looks. If that's true, I mean, that now this is where we start to get into the shade. That's just straight up shady. I'm sorry, but look, I can understand somebody maybe thinking that they are, I can understand everything else, but the downright lies and trying to make it look a certain way, if that is true. Here are comments on her Facebook from a girl that knows her. Julia, what are you doing destroying everything around you? And when the truth comes out, what will you say? Sorry, Mom, I didn't mean to. Think, girl, what are you doing? And first of all, to whom? Also, stop what all your followers will do when it turns out that it's not true. And you know very well it's your birth certificate and that you have access to it. What's all this for? Why? And then Julia says, oh, and the girl says, so many years I've known you and your mom. It's scary what you're saying about her now. Julia says, do you know me? How many times have we seen each other? Out of 10. Then Julia says, my mom is one hell of a manipulator, and you don't know her from that side. I know her from well. And then the person says, the truth will come out, baby, and let's see what you do then. Okay, now we're going to look at this account. There are several dedicated accounts just to exposing some of this stuff. And like I said, we're going to talk about all of it. I'm not going to get on here and just look at one side of the story. That's just never anything that no. Sounds like she learned well from her mom. Hey, Lips. Such a sad story. I really believe Julia isn't Madeleine. I feel so bad for Madeleine's parents. I'm sure there's been times over the years when others have come forward in which they were hopeful. Oh, Rebecca, I showed at the beginning. There's actually been 3 people who have come forward claiming to be her and then later admitted it was a joke or whatever. Yeah. The thing is, doctors can't always explain everything, so the eye stuff is irrelevant to me. That's a good point and very true. She looks like the mom woman who raised her. I agree. If her parents are telling the truth, I couldn't imagine how they are feeling. It's just sad all around, true or not. Me either. Yesterday, we actually talked about that. So Melissa said something like, I would be so offended if that were me. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, I'd be offended too. Later, I got some comments, and some people were like, I wouldn't be offended. I would just do it. And I'm like, damn, I would, because I know I went through hell having my babies. And yes, I don't know. So here are some examples of her baby photos. Look at this. And people are claiming that the Persian medium may have not real followers. Because listen, and this is not the only comment I've read like this. Y'all, look at the Persian medium site. She has 9.3 million followers. You can't see her likes, but when you click on the likes and scroll down, you can see that it's not even 100. She must at least have 100,000 likes on her picture, but not even 100. She has like 40 to 60 likes per post. That's pretty crazy for an account with 10 million followers. That doesn't seem legit to me. I'm just being honest. I have to. Those parents are shady AF. It is. It's hard being a parent hoping you're doing good. I at the end of the day, I'll sit down and rethink like my parenting choices for that day, and I'm like, was I too hard on him over this? Did I do the right thing with this? I don't know. I think we all kind of do that. How do you know those are her photos? Because they said so? No. Well, no, she said she posted the one of her and the mom, Lisa. Wow. She literally posted it herself. She's taking it down now because people said it looked like her. The little babe, one of the photos that they're showing. Picture of Maddie's eye, Julia posted versus the real picture. This is the one Julia posted. This is how it actually looks. Now, if it's true that she's editing them, you guys, I'm trying to be fair, you know that, but okay, let's go to the next one. Her baby teeth are very different. Look how tiny Madeleine's baby teeth are next to her 2 front teeth, and then look at Julia's. Very different. Look here. This is what I was talking about. Julia is in the Facebook groups that help you grow your Instagram following. She promises to deliver McCann DNA results on her personal Instagram, which is, of course, locked, so you have to follow to see the results. Her accounts are not hard to find, but I've censored it here to avoid funneling more people to them, which is what she wants. So then she is in the Instagram. Look, Julia Fosnia, Instagram growth hacks. This is the account I will be announcing the results of the DNA test. See, this is when I wish that she wouldn't have deleted her Facebook, because I would love to ask her directly about these things. And I know, I agree, tattoos. I think the parents of Julia are just fed up and don't want to play into her manipulation by the sounds of their written response. It got sealed for me when that pic with her and her mother came out. They look so similar and their features like mouth and nose are almost identical, unless that picture is fake. I'm not sure, Shay Benet, but I'm going to show you. She has friends coming forward sharing their messages. She was actively looking through missing persons, missing children to try to find out if she was any of them. And I'm telling you, just from based on talking to her, she seemed 100% genuine. She really did. And that's just the truth. Like when we had the phone call after, it was like a 30-minute call, and there was never a moment that I felt like she was lying or overthinking what she was saying, or like, you know what I mean? Like, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, some people are good at doing that. I'm just saying that the impression that I got was that Julia is a content creator. Hey, Down the Rabbit Hole News. Oh my God. I love your show. She's been covering, you guys, she's been covering this as well, and she's really funny and really legit and stands up. I don't know. Just go over there and check it out. You will like her. If she edited that picture, yeah, I know. She deleted her Facebook. Yep. I bet she got some shit for coming here as well. It's exactly what I said. Maybe she's a master manipulator. Oh, yes, Peach. Thank you. I had that somewhere as well. I was wanting to show you guys that. So I'm glad you did that because I can't remember where I had it. Forward those over. Oh, and Peach sent where she was looking at the other missing children and messaging her friends. So in case we don't see that right here, we have it. Okay, thank you so much, Peach. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Mal, I saw your comment in there that you. Oh, she's live right now. Holy cow. Just a second. Let's switch over just for a moment to see if we can pull it up.
Jake. Hi, Jake.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear everyone.
Oh, she's going to be in trouble joining all these panels.
So, Julia, just had like a couple questions. Just with them to not be willing.
My dad does back me for DNA, but I think that the reason is just, I think that the reason of this disagree is that he is perfect.
Do you have any like say uncles, nephews, cousins to do a DNA test? Because there's something in the UK called My Heritage.
Yeah.
That...
One second. Ty tak śpisz. To weź sobie drugą ładowarkę. Przelałeś już zostawić te pieniądze? Czemu? Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, sorry. So in the UK, and I think they're pretty much global, there's something called My Heritage, and it's as well the ancestry.co.uk. You can take a DNA test with any members of your family, and it will tell you what your relationship is with them. Is there not anyone in your family that's willing to do that?
Okay, the connection is bad, so I don't want to waste your guys' time. And she's kind of going over the same things and questions that we have already asked her. But before we go back to the Instagram, Pete, these are the ones that I was just talking about. So, a picture from her Madeleine portfolio. Pretty sure Madeleine didn't, modeling portfolio. Pretty sure Madeleine didn't have a birthmark like this one. So, Julia does have a birthmark on her back. Wait, wrong way. Okay, listen to this. She was trying way too hard to find someone who she might actually look like, searching for missing children and asking random people, if this is the one she could, it says pretend to be. But I mean, maybe she was thinking that it really could be her because she didn't know, didn't feel like she was who her parents were saying she was. I'm not saying she was pretending, but here's a translation of the conversation. Julia says, hi. Random person says, hello. Julia says sending. She sends a photo, and the random person says absolutely not, different eye placement. So let me show you that message. You can see here. And then there's another one that she had found and sent. She says, to be honest, if Kate believes that I could be Madeleine, you could, I don't even know why they put that there. So let's skip to the next one. Good morning. My name is Julia. I'm 15 years old and around 163 tall. I'm looking for casting for an advertisement series or movie. I'm from Wrocław, so I'm most interested in castings from this part of Poland, but I'm not saying I couldn't go to other cities. My parents can drop me off. I had a birthmark on my lip that is now gone. What? No way. I didn't know that happened. Hey, LFT. I guess that's why our psychic manager told her no shoes. Your birthmarks can completely go away? Hey, Scarlett. I'm a daughter of a law enforcement officer, and I always got questions and feel both parties are suspicious. I agree, Delana. Yeah, the birthmark, it was posted more recently. That's true. I believe she wants a different life so badly that she has convinced herself that she's someone else. That is also an indicator that she's I agree, alibi, completely. Wow, that's freaking crazy. Also had a lip birthmark that went away. What? The F? I did not know that could even happen. And here's about her birthmark. This is a fundraiser she created for herself for therapy. I don't know the date. Is that March 31st, 2022? Another thing that does not sit right with me, she said she does not remember her past for the age of around 8 because she was a victim of that man that she recognized. So why in the money collection she created, which you can see in the screenshot, she's saying that the abuse took place when she was 9 years old. Also, she said in one of her posts that her parents doesn't treat her well. While in the screenshots, she portrayed her mother as someone who helped her go through this hard time. Okay, let's just go to the next one. Did she forgot to Photoshop her eyes on an old Facebook picture? Here's more of her trying to, what we just looked at. Find another missing kid that looked like her. Okay. So now I want to show you guys. I also pulled up like some interesting TikToks. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there was one other Instagram account, though. Let me just go to it really quick. This is about the psychic and about her. Persian Medium has 9.3 million followers. Let me break it down. Persian Medium bought 9 million followers back in the day because she wanted to be famous. This is not me saying this, and we're just reading this. She's now using this Maddie situation to benefit off of it and become a real celebrity. But it's not working because she got 8 million views, which she bought with 400 likes. They're just basically saying her numbers don't add up. I think that's interesting, though. It really is. Statement of Julia's mom. This family is terrified. We need a statement as soon as possible. Do you know this family? I have contact with them. Statement will be today. So that's before that statement dropped from the family. Just more of trying to go through the psychic ladies page. Here, did Julia send her friend pictures of a young woman? Oh, wait, I thought that was another one. She also sent her friend a picture of her as a baby. And here, this is a picture of our good friend Julia with 2.5 years old, which she sent to a friend before all this happened. I don't know, you guys. My mind is blown. I don't believe that it's her, but I'm torn if this is some kind of like planned thing, or if she really believes that maybe, she is a missing child, or Madeleine, or whatever. Hey, Julia, I heard you couldn't find your baby pictures, so I found them for you. Let's see. That was not the one. Here's the next one I found. I had to take a closer look. Now, this is someone who's like on her side, basically. This was kind of interesting, so I wanted to show you this. They compared the eyes, but not just that eye, her other eye. So they say I had to take a closer look at Julia and Madeleine's eyes. In black and white, you can see the highlights are in the same areas. They both have the coloboma of the iris. The darker shadows of the iris are in the same place in both eyes. The same can also be said for the other eye. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. It's nothing that I can, tell for certain from seeing it, but I don't know. Still interesting to see. Let's see if there's
I'm a bit speechless.
I didn't think that she was going to come on live with us again because she hadn't answered my messages. There's lots of people who want to come in the live. Kellyanne, I'm just going to let a couple of people in. I'm going to let people.
So she's off the live now, you guys. Let's see. No, LFT, I don't think that the DNA, I'm not sure that it's happening. Now, the rumor is that they did not agree to it, that it was a family member of the McCann family who has agreed to it. However, I don't even know that I believe that. Oh, I know. Julia was on with this lady. Very sick if this is a plan to get money, and she is raising money now. Well, see, she told me that she wasn't raising any money, that if anybody was raising money, that it was fraudulent, because she said she did accept a DNA test, but no money. I remember when I was a young teen, I had a birthmark on my pointing finger and thought, can I scratch this off with a safety pin? I was bored. And yeah, it worked. Wow. There's no evidence that this girl is Madeleine McCann, and I wouldn't waste any more time with her. If she honestly believes, she would do it privately. I feel so bad for Madeleine's family, too. I totally do. And that imposters will keep appearing. The late imposter, Anna Anderson, pretended to be this. Yes, Steph, those were the baby pics. Her grandma, Vicky, is the one who is married to the man that she recognized on the Find Madeleine website, which I actually have that. So let's look there just to see. So this is like all the files from the investigation. That's for when we start digging into the actual case. Let me see. Ooh, and I wanted to show you guys this. Madeleine's twin siblings. I don't even remember what I was looking for now, you guys. Let me come back to you. Hey, Mamie. Think the McCann family isn't entertaining this because they already know Madeleine's fate. Hey, Lynn. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, Madeleine McCann's twin siblings who were sleeping right beside their sister when she disappeared. They were just 2 years old when their sister disappeared. How can you leave your two-year-olds? I don't know how you leave your kids like that. I just don't understand. With their older sibling who's also a baby. It's like even just leaving one, but I don't know. I just don't understand that. I really don't. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann is one of the most mysterious and tragic missing person cases the world has ever seen. The 3-year-old disappeared on May 3rd, 2007 from her bed on the parents' holiday villa in Portugal, while the couple were having dinner with family and friends. Maddie has never been found, dead or alive, and no tangible leads have ever been discovered. If she is alive, she would be 19. Now the case has been brought back into the spotlight after a Polish woman has taken to Instagram to share her belief that she may be her. She became suspicious after hearing something from her grandmother a few months ago. The woman is 21 years old, but said her age could be wrong. British and German authorities suspect Christian Bruckner, that's the man who we talked about the other day, by his last initial, Christian B, because they said at first the privacy records or laws are different there. He's serving a long prison sentence for an unrelated matter. The case also faced renewed interest following the release of the Netflix documentary, The Disappearance of Madeleine McCann. The documentary once again turned the focus back onto the McCann family, who live in Rothley, a small English town about 2 hours north of London. Maddie's parents, Kate and Jerry, both 54, have 2 other twins, Sean and Amelie, both around 18. While Maddie's face is instantly recognizable around the world, we know very little about the 2 siblings who were only 2 years old. The twins were sleeping just meters away from where Madeleine was allegedly stolen from her bed, while the parents dined at the hotel's restaurant 55 meters away. When Kate went back to check on her children at 10 p.m., she found Maddie had disappeared from her bed while her twins were sleeping peacefully untouched. And then there they are with the twins. Oh my God, how pretty are those babies? Look at her. She's so cute. So what has life been like for Sean and Amelie growing up without their older sister? Here's everything you need to know. Let me check on you guys before we go any further. Freckles do leave. Yep, I completely agree, Peach. Okay. There are no publicly available photos of Sean and Amelie, who are now both roughly 18. They keep a very low profile and are never photographed by the press, despite their parents leading a very public awareness campaign involving the media and police in an attempt to find Maddie. The twins previously attended a local Catholic high school in their small town, which retained a place for Maddie. Both Sean and Amelie are both aspiring athletes competing in swimming championships, triathlons, and cross-country racing. The only publicly available photos of the twins are from when they were toddlers. The absence of their sister has left a dark cloud over the lives of Sean and Amelie. In an interview with The Sun, Kate McCann said her twins have grown up essentially without Madeleine, but knowing their sister is missing and they want her back. Keeping busy is the family's way of coping. They have their own friends and they keep busy and they're really sporty, but their only wish is for their big sister to come home. We miss our complete family of 5, an anguished Kate told The Sun. As a family, 98% of the time we're busy. I don't know if that's a conscious thing, but it helps. The urge to look for Madeleine absolutely hasn't changed at all. Sean and Amelie's 13th birthday celebrations were particularly poignant as they were held around the 10-year anniversary of Maddie's disappearance. Madeleine's, well, they called her Maddie, actually. The only wish for their big sister to come home. Guests at the celebration revealed the party was filled with reminders of Maddie. One guest said, there will be prayers to remember Madeleine as well, wherever she is. Kate and Jerry want to give the twins a memorable occasion. They're teenagers now, and that's a big deal. But the party will be marred with a tinge of sadness because Madeleine is not here to join in the fun. It's very sad. Oh my God, look at them. Maddie's parents say despite the immense tragedy their family has faced, they try to live their lives in as normal a way as possible. Heartbreakingly, Kate has previously revealed she still buys birthday and Christmas presents for Madeleine. They are all ready and waiting in her room in the family home, which has been left untouched since her disappearance. I obviously have to think about what age she is and something that whenever we find her will still be appropriate. So there's a lot that goes into it, she told the BBC. But I couldn't not, she's still our daughter. Wow, that's quite interesting. So she's got a whole bedroom full of presents from over the years. Kate says despite all of her children being so young when tragedy struck, Amelie and Sean still remember Maddie and talk about her often. The twins are doing really well. They're up to date. They know everything. They know if we're meeting police, there's nothing kept from them. They've grown up essentially without Madeleine, knowing their sister is missing, and they want her back. Wow. No, little F, I haven't looked that up. The Neil Boylan podcast interview between the reporter and the lady who's helping Julia. No, but let's check it out really quick. The Neil Boylan show, is that what you said? Yes. Sorry, when I'm searching for it, I couldn't see the comments. Let's see. Neil talks to Dr. Fia Johansson, who is investigating a woman who says she thinks she is Madeleine McCann. Has said she will take a DNA test soon. It is reported Julie Wendell from Poland said she started wondering if she was missing Maddie a few months ago after hearing something from her grandmother. Let's listen to it.
It's almost like all in the news and stories, and they figure it out. Thank you for having me.
I'm assuming this is a regular occurrence, is it? Has this happened before, people claiming they were Madeleine McCann?
Well, we had actually 2 cases as well, and the reason I got involved with her actually recently is because back 2019, when they found the guy in Germany, I guided them exactly who may actually took Madeleine and what happened, and there was almost like all in the news and stories, and they figure it out. They got them in the jail, and then they figure exactly if he was involved or not. Mm-hmm. But let's just talk about the facts in this matter. She is assumed that she must be Madeleine. We have no idea. We need to protect Kate and Gary. We can't put them in danger again. This lady, Julia, needs to prove, and we are investigating at this moment, me and my team, because I'm also a private investigator, mm-hmm. and my team actually investigating about the family of Julia.
Okay, I'm not gonna pause a lot. We're gonna listen to this and then we'll talk after. She's a private investigator. That's so interesting to me. But regardless, I wanted to tell you, Shelly, after the live yesterday, I had a phone call with her for quite a while. She was absolutely fun about the questions that were asked of her. We talked about, like I said, I'm not going to put everything out there that we talked about. I told her that I would, but she spoke even better on the phone than on a panel. I'm sure she was nervous on the panel, but on the phone, I didn't feel like she was lying at all. I felt like she seemed to truly be confused and curious and believed something was up, right? And she even said on the phone with me, if I'm not Madeleine, then I think that I'm another missing child, basically. However, today, after seeing some of the things that I've seen on that Instagram account we just went through, now I think completely differently. But regardless, I just wanted to let that be known.
They're going to figure it out exactly where, when she born, if all the certificates and everything they will provide is real, and all other questions, answers, everything that we have to basically have around the area that they are living, if correct, then we make a move and do the DNA test. At this moment, we have to figure it out if she is eligible for the DNA test.
And why?
Because
I'm maybe sorry for interrupting. Why not just do the DNA test? And then that's it. Sure, it's done. Forget about it. And if she is, then jubilations, obviously. It'll be the biggest crime in history solved. But if she's not, well, that'll be the end of it. Why do we have to do all the checks? And I'm sorry for asking, but why do we do all the checks first?
Of course. Because of all the safeties for everyone. Like now, I don't know if you know or not, there's another girl come out like on TikTok and basically assuming that she must be or she could be Madeleine. So there could be like 10 girls come out and just say, well, we belong to that time. We remember this and that. We are kind of look like Gary. We look like Kate. So we have to be careful about why they basically do this. Is it because of publicity? Is it because they may have some mental health? Is it because somebody told them to do? Is it because they are bored and they are looking for money? What is exactly going on in there? We can't bug and bother Kate and Gary all the time when someone get up and says, I am Madeleine, until this person is a complete eligible to go for the DNA test.
Dr. Fia, the resemblance, have you met Julia?
We actually met, yes, we did. And again, my team actually in connect with her, and they are there, and they are investigating about where she went to school, what she done, what type of social media she had in the past, what type of people she actually interacted with. Because again, as is very important at this moment is that we all need to remember there is a young lady out there that said, I need help. I need help to find my identity.
I mean, it's not the kind of thing that the average 21-year-old that happens to look like Madeleine McCann would say. So what's giving her this confusion in her life that she's reaching out thinking and it's not just I could be, she seems almost 100% sure. So what's making her say that? Was there clues in her life or something? Did she give clues? Was there something happened, or was there secrecy around her birth?
Yeah, she overheard some conversations in between the mom and dad that talking about, and she also found a picture that it could be a possible person who basically was a raper back.
She overheard a conversation between her mom and dad. I'm trying not to pause a lot, and I'm gonna not pause anymore, but I've never heard that. That's something completely new.
In 2007, when Madeleine was
abducted,
and vanished.
Yeah.
So as she found those evidence in the grandparents' house, and then also the mom and dad starting to talk about certain things, she kind of felt that there is something that they are hiding or some puzzle is missing. So she is starting to figure it out what puzzle is missing, and started to communicate with the mom, with dad, and with other people. The mom basically absolutely refused to even say anything about the DNA test, let's do it together, which is confusing us as well. Because if I'm a mom and my kids go out and then tell people that, she's not my mom, I will do everything what goes in my power to bring DNA tests, birth certificate and anything to the news to say, please leave my daughter alone because she has some psychological issues.
Yeah,
she may
mental health
actually
problems.
delusional.
Yes.
Yeah, mental health problems, delusional, paranoia, schizophrenia, whatever. But she didn't done any of those things. And when we actually tried to communicate with her and kind of like wanted to talk to her in person, she refused many times as well, which was any media behind us. She was completely safe and secure. So that caused concern that what is going on? Even if she is not Madeleine, then she is someone that may actually, back at that time, 2007, been taken by someone, or actually they got her from something and their identity or her identity is not whatever they said it is.
So her family have disowned her essentially at this stage. They're shunning her, including her own grandmother, who was referred to her as a very bad person, right?
Exactly.
And so they're only doing that for one of two reasons. One is that she is Madeleine McCann and they don't want to be found out, or the other is that they believe she's an attention seeker and bringing shame on the family. So there's only two reasons as to why they would do that. I would like to think it's not the latter, or it's the latter of the two.
Correct.
Because
it's not the last one. It's not the last one because because the place that they're living is a very little. What they're scared of is that what if she is? What if when we actually took her from someone, which is they don't even say how and when and where, because they can't prove any pictures in between the age of 1 to 6 or to even actually 5
There's
years
a picture in the paper
old,
today of Julia when she was about 7 or 8 years of age. And it's beside Madeleine McCann, if that is a picture of Julia, although she looks a little bit different now because she's a lot older, obviously. But the resemblance is uncanny. She's the same jawline, she's the same chin. The only thing I noticed was, and maybe you could verify this, Madeleine McCann has a very famous birthmark on her eye. I don't know whether Julia has this, because there's no way that could vanish, I imagine, because the eye, as most people who know a little bit about biology, is something that never changes.
Correct. That's what we are investigating actually about it as well. This is one of the tools that actually going through the investigation. We are checking all the stuff right now. But what is very important for us, and especially raise concern for me as a woman, that's why I'm going to need help no matter what, if she's Madeleine or not, is that Karen's family, they do not want to collaborate. The Karen family, they don't have any evidence to prove that, that she is their daughter. The Karen family trying to hide themselves, and the Karen family trying to not talking to any of us, which is we are not in news, we are not a press, and we are not trying to harm. So they don't even want to get the DNA test with their own daughters. If my daughter go out and say such things like that, the first things I would do, I would take actually the camera with me and go to the hospital, say, here we go, guys, this is my blood, this is my daughter blood, and here we go. We are the same. After 14 days, after 10 days, whatever, we are the same. But she's not even willing to do any of those things. She actually sent a very nasty text message to her and said, I'm going to vanish. I'm going to sell the house here, and you're never going to find us. You have no family. I'm going to leave you alone. So that was the latest text that the mother sent to Julia.
Wow.
So the grandpa basically trying to threaten her that if you're going online, if you're going to say anything to anyone, or if you're actually going to continue with this investigation, you're going to do this and this and this and this.
Wow.
The grandma basically said the same thing.
That's harsh.
So
that's cold, isn't it? Did I read that the McCanns, Jerry and Kate, have given permission for the DNA? So they've obviously heard about this.
There is no permission yet.
Okay, so
given.
that's just somebody.
Why we are investigating. That's why we are investigating.
And I'm assuming they're aware. I'm assuming they're aware of it, Jerry and Kate.
They are absolutely sure about that. It's also kind of very important for them to protect their own kid at this moment.
Yeah, but they're 18-year-old twins at this stage. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're young. They're vulnerable. And if any crazy news goes, and you know how nasty and how
absolutely
online commenting and videos and everything. So that's why they need to protect their own kid as well.
Wouldn't it be unbelievable if she was Madeleine McCann after this amount of years? It'd be incredible.
It's not for me, because I always said she's alive.
You always believe, because I suppose I do, yeah, but I suppose the majority of the world figure that maybe she wasn't. At this point, because it had been so long, 2007, it's a long, long time, 16 years now. So, I mean, I know you're a psychic, and what makes you think she's still alive? I mean, what do you feel? What makes you feel that?
Well, when I was involved with that case back then, I'm working with the police officers and law enforcement. I'm a private investigator by myself.
I know
have
you've worked on many
communicated
crimes, by the
on
way.
both cases.
Yeah.
Yes, and morning crimes. So for her, I said that I'm not communicating because she's not dead. So when I'm actually communicating, I can find a place. I can even find the person who actually murdered them in a place. And I can actually figure it out exactly where and how in some point after actually 2 months when I'm getting involved in the case.
Mhm.
And with Madeleine McCann case, I knew it that is not because she's alive. And I knew she will come back. That's why Daily Aside, the Sun magazines, and all of this stuff back 2019, actually in Australian magazines, they actually write about it that, Dr. Fia, Persian Medium, predicted that 2023, 2024, Madeleine McCann will find herself and the real family by itself. And
So let me get this clear. So just to remind people, by the way, you're on Instagram, Persian Medium. Okay, so you predicted, when did you predict in 2023 that she'd be found? You predicted this a long time ago.
2019.
Mm-hmm. That's incredible.
2019, I predicted 2020. And actually, when they actually grabbed the guy in Germany, I said before I actually had a conversation with a couple investigators that why they are actually looking for that person in that countries. I think Germany is absolutely the country that they have to get through, and they need to figure it out exactly if they can find the guy. And absolutely, yes, they found him. He got into the jail. They starting to investigating back 2021, basically. And
but do we know for sure that he is the one who, if we believe this theory is right, who abducted her?
I believe there is 2 more people. It's not only him.
Okay.
There's 2 more people. They're still continuing their own investigation for sure. And I'm not going to even talk too much about it because, so much of those news has to be, pretty confidential, especially when they are actually when still investigation
ongoing. Of course,
ongoing.
yes, of course.
But again, what I'm really happy for this Julia, if she's Madeleine, well, bingo, we are happy. I think whole the world will celebrate for her, and she's really and finally going to figure herself out, and all the mysteries and all the craziness will be gone. If she's not, we're still going to actually help her to find herself and get the right treatment, or maybe actually be with the right family, and to figure out exactly what type of background she has.
Because you're right. Because if she's not Madeleine McCann, it's very sad. It's a sad story.
Yes.
The way she feels.
Make sure and vote on the poll because I'm really curious what you guys think as we listen to this.
At the moment, because after watching a little bit of the video, she was in tears. She's crying. She's 100% sure she's Madeleine McCann. And it just goes how confused she is, and how down she is at the moment, and her family, as you say.
She cried about hours. Yeah, she cried about hours. People actually, pedophiles was after her actually recently. They tried to Photoshop the kind of like, a couple pictures about Kate and Gary together, and says, I'm a trainer for Kate. I'm a best friend of Gary. Just come to me. I'm in Poland. I'm going to send you the message, and I'm going to tell you where you are. So they are right now using a vulnerable woman that's trying to find her own identity.
And is she getting protection from the police in Poland currently at the moment?
That's what we are doing at this moment. That's what our team and our investigation team trying to protect her towards all other crazy people out there.
Yeah.
Which is they're online, they're everywhere, and they can easily use and abuse any vulnerable person like her. At this moment, because of everything that she went through, of course, that she may not going to have like a glory background. A lot of people are going to think about like, oh, look, we see this, we saw that, and she actually done this and this. Well, of course, if she actually went through a lot of nasty background, then it's not easy, for a woman like her to go through that. It's not easy. It's not going to be the easy case. So that's why people need to be calm to her and nice to her, and that's exactly what I'm saying.
So the world. Look, it's not just Jerry and Kate want to know at this stage. Of course, they're the parents of Madeleine McCann, and they've gone through the trauma of the last 16 years. But the world wants to know. It's the most famous missing person in the history of the world, probably. Absolutely. So, when we think about the media attention it got for years and years and years, now it hasn't been obviously around as much now because obviously it's been forgotten to some degree, apart from the odd story now and again. So what's the next step now has to be? I know you said there's a list of things that have to be done before the DNA test happens. I just don't understand why we can't just get the DNA test, take it, and just be done with it and find out.
It will be pretty soon, but even if the DNA test is happening, no one is going to know, and no one's going to figure it out where, when, how, because of the safety.
Yeah, okay.
And a lot of people ask me about like what country. They're not going to figure it out until actually the results come back, and until Everything is done.
And there would have to be
Until they
strict
think that
security
it's
around that, of
positive.
course, and proof that she is the
Absolutely.
one taking that test, etc.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's not about something that's going to happen tomorrow. It may going to take about weeks and maybe about a month
Mhm.
to figure out exactly what's going on. So it's not something pretty fast. But again, as far as I'm concerned, as far as our team and basically investigation team trying to help to get things done, we are doing everything within our power to make it happen as fast as possible, to make sure that we bring peace to everybody. I know that 50% of people think that absolutely she is Madeleine, 50 other
And
percent
what do
they
you
hate
what do you
her.
think? You've met her, you've talked to her,
Well,
you've met her. What's your gut? I know you could be wrong, you could be right, but I'm just asking you, what's your gut feeling?
I am actually not going to tell anything about it because number one, I know who she is, and I know when I feel if she's right or not. But at the moment, I'm not going to say anything because anything that I'm saying, it will actually go against her on media or against other people. There's a lot of hater out there. Until the DNA test coming back and we figure out exactly who she is, we are not going to reveal what we feel. I heard a lot of other psychics get up and says, "Oh, we knew that she's alive," and all other things. Again, with all respect, with everybody and everything that WhatsApp says, we are not going to reveal anything until the DNA test.
Well, I suppose that's
come
the
back.
responsible thing to do, isn't it? I suppose.
Absolutely.
I mean, don't get me
Because
wrong. There's a level of excitement knowing that it could be her, and a level of sadness because if it
I
is
know.
indeed Madeleine McCann, you'd
Yeah.
wonder what's going to happen next. She'll obviously go back to her family in the United Kingdom.
Exactly.
Maybe she will, maybe she won't. I don't know. But it's a whole new life because it's a life she never had.
And a
Her
lot of
parents will be
emotional pain.
strangers to her. I mean, I suppose we're all excited on one hand, but saddened on the other hand as well, because no matter
Yeah,
whether she is or isn't, it is a very sad story.
it is. And that's
Okay, you guys, enough of that. I don't know that I can
why we're
listen
going to
to
help her no matter what. If she's real Madeleine, we will help
no
her no matter.
listen to that anymore. We kind of got the gist of what she had to say. It's the same thing she's been saying and saying. Before we go, I want to show you guys her Instagram. So this is the Persian medium. It's her Instagram. She has 9.3 million followers. She's gained 300,000 since this started because the first time I looked, she had 9 million. At the top of her page, she has her articles that she's been in before any of this came out. So here you have her. She talked to Meow Magazine October 3rd of 2019 and told them that she was living well with a German and will one day accidentally meet her parents. And then when the Sun came out and said that this man that they think is responsible, that Christian B, is from Germany, she made a post. That's when she made this post and said, "Amazing news. My prediction about Madeleine has been confirmed. In October, Meow Magazine published my interview and prediction that information about Madeleine's investigation has been completely off. Yesterday, the Sun confirmed that my predictions have been correct. Because of my interviews, the investigation is taking a turn so the truth can come out and Madeleine and her family can finally receive peace and closure." And then here's an article where she did talking about with Forbes about working with law enforcement and things like that. Now, she has all these pinned at the top of her Instagram. The Madeleine McCann story is her claim to fame, basically. Okay. I want to show you how she came in contact with Julia. Ooh, it's getting windy out here. So she went under one of Julia's posts and commented, and we're going to find that. And basically said, "I knew it. I've been saying that Madeleine was alive out there." So she grabbed onto this because what does it do? It validates her psychic abilities. You know? Is that it? Shoot. Sorry, you guys. Let me see. She's like the top comment, so that is why. many people are telling her to do the ancestry DNA test and that kind of stuff. So, okay, here is where she commented 4 days ago. They did not have personal contact at this time. You can tell because look what she says. Darling, I always believed, darling, the way that she, I don't know. Okay. Darling, I always believed she was alive. I'm a psychic detective that predicts she is from Germany. I had many interviews with the UK Daily, Sun Magazine, and other international magazines in 2020 and 2021 that she is alive. I will ensure the authorities and family pay attention to you and start the DNA test as soon as possible. Google Fia Johansson and Madeleine's names, and you will see how many articles and what I said. I wish you luck, girl. Don't give up. Be patient as you were for so many years. Wait. We're going to Google this. Actually, let's not do it that way. Copy. Just a second, you guys. I'm going to pull it up in Google. Let's see how many articles she has done about Madeleine. I'm very curious because I actually haven't looked at that. So, which now I'm sure, current ones will come up. But Madeleine, did she spell her name wrong? Because when I went to put it in, I had to change the spelling. She didn't even know how to spell Madeleine's name, but okay. So 2 days ago, we're going to try to go back a little bit. 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 10 hours ago. 16 hours. We're going to have to go back a little ways to see anything old. Okay, wait, here we go. I saw a June 7 hours ago. June 10th of 2020. There's something with it's not in English. June 10th of 2021. Last year, U.S. police psychic Fia Johansson said Maddie was alive and living in Germany. The Steeple Times did a post on it in 2021. I actually would like to read that. Here we have December 23rd of 2019, Fia Johansson and Madeleine McCann. March 11th. Oh, no. That's her. I don't know. Biography. October 5th, 2019, Madeleine McCann is living well with a German. December 27th, 2019. August 13th, 2020. Here. June 13th, 2021. A psychic who has found the bodies of several missing people claims Madeleine McCann is buried. What? Oh, maybe that was a different psychic. Let's go look at this. Madeleine McCann, police to investigate after psychic claims body buried close to resort. Oh, it's a different psychic. Michael Schneider, who has successfully located the remains of several missing people, told police Maddie is unfortunately dead and buried in Portugal, northeast of Lagos. The 50-year-old has given police the exact coordinates where he believes Maddie is located. German prosecutor Hans Wolters confirmed his officers have previously used clairvoyance and in some cases received specific information. Wow. Oh, the case attracted a number of psychics. Interesting, you guys. But all the other ones had her name in it, like the Fia Johansson's name. Like, let me see. I'll find another one right here, for instance. October 15, 2019, you can see Fia Johansson. Here we go, not the bee. Oh, that's about Julia, I'm sorry. October 13th, 2020 with Fia and Maddie. So yeah, Maddie is that's a story she's talked a lot about. But I don't know, you guys. I don't know. No, Ange, that was a psychic who predicted that. What I was just reading, anyways. That's okay, Steph. Well, you guys, yes, she's the psychic who found her and read that post that I read on 4 days ago. They only met 4 days ago. So, yep, Julia does believe. What did Melissa say? Let me see. The psychic made a prediction, found Julia online, and then hooked onto her. She's a fraud and using the poor girl. Psychic is using Julia to her own advantage, and it's manipulating Julia even more so. Sad. Found Julia and has blown it all up to become famous herself. I think a lot of people have that opinion. Give me all the attention. I'm the media. Ooh, give me attention. Peach, exactly. All right, you guys. Yes, little F, you can email me, or I'm on Facebook under my name, Allie Erickson. I wrote it in the chat the way it's on Facebook. Or you can email me. I'll put my email in the comments. And yeah, I guess I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll hopefully see you guys a little bit later today, because I'm wanting to get into some other stuff. I also want to get into the actual story of Madeleine McCann, and we are going to do that. But I'm not just going to watch a documentary and come on here after watching one documentary. I want to actually find and go through like those documents that I showed you that I found, and go through the Find Madeleine website and find the interviews that Kate and Jerry have done over the years. And it's going to be a process of putting it together. So that will not be today or tomorrow. Another psychic just said the same thing. Wow, she seems pretty legit. I'd like to hear if the psychic sleuth has read Madeleine's case. Also, Donna, just to be curious, Donna Serafina. Thank you, Lil F. Lucy, I'm glad that you're here, though. I'm so glad. I can't wait either, Mama Bear. I'm going to start digging today. And then, yeah, I'll let you guys know. I can't wait to talk about it and see what we find, you know? And I'm really interested. What I can't wait is like to watch some of the parents' interviews and stuff. You've never delved into her case. Hey, Guidance. All right, you guys. Well, I just want thank you all. I just want to say thank you for being here, hanging out with me, listening to all of this. Thank you for it was the psychic sleuth? No way. Because she's actually scarily accurate sometimes. She literally came out and said that the person who did the Idaho case was named Brian. He looked like Ted Bundy. He was interested in being in law enforcement. I mean, she said so many things. Oh, awesome. The psychic found Nicola Bully. Yep, that's true. Thank you, Melissa. All right. Thank you, Riddler. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a great day. And hopefully I'll see you all sometime later today. Bye. And thank you, mods.